Guys, welcome to another masterclass. I believe John is an expert in the industry. Okay, he is humble, but he's an expert in the industry, and he's got to teach us something today. Make sure you watch, pay attention. If you have any questions, you can email John directly. You can leave a comment down below. Please subscribe because that's the only motivation for us to keep doing this. John, the floor is yours, my friends. I'll be in the background. Teach my audience, give them love, give them all you can. I know you will. Thank you, my friend, for being here and giving us your time. I really appreciate it.
This is just a short presentation. It's an extract from one of our longer presentations about how to get more of what you want from Amazon. Just briefly, we'll tell you about what Seller Candy does in a minute. So this is going to be how to fix two of the most critical problems we commonly work through on Seller Central. And this is basically a bookmark this presentation for anything you might need in the future when you're having real issues with Amazon and you want to destroy your monitor and break your computer because you hate doing what you're doing today with Amazon Seller Support. So what does Seller Candy do? We basically do anything that you can raise a case about in Amazon Seller Central. So whether that's dealing with Amazon support, calling them, flat files, technical responses, basically anything on this list. And if you want to know what we do, just take a screenshot now or check out our website where you can see this list in full. So quickly, what are we as Seller Candy and what do we believe? We believe that selling on Amazon should not be about waking up in the morning and immediately fixing all the BS going on in your account. It should not be about grinding 24/7 or finding some secret marketing tactic that no one's told you about, or having some complicated hiring and training process and an army of VAs. And it should never be about running around in circles after Amazon support, trying to make them fix what should be small issues, which ruins your day and focus. And it shouldn't be having about too much on your plate and not having energy to hire and mean you're doing everything yourself. And about not knowing what to outsource first and having amazing suppliers like Share It Studio who could otherwise be doing things for you in your business. Quick a bit about me, founder and CEO of Seller Candy. We've served over 500 clients. Before that, I was an Amazon seller. Now we've been doing services since 2019, and I've run Amazon-related businesses for the last 9 years. It's allowed me to travel the world. I currently live in Vietnam, met my wife, speak at all these kind of conferences all over, and that's enough about me. So let's get started. So step one, we're going to go through how about to solve some of the most important and difficult Seller Central issues effectively, much faster and much more efficiently without setting up intricate systems and having to run them all yourself. So you have a performance notification and it's a suspended listing. And we all know who are behind those suspended listings, don't we? It is Dr. Bezos, one of my favorite pictures ever. And this is exactly how our agents go about solving a listing suspension. So you've had your listing suspension. Immediately, you need to raise a case in Seller Central to ask what they believe is going on. This sounds like a 101 duh move, but you need to do this because this gets you an initial case number and it gets the initial answer out of Amazon, and this gets things moving. So once you've raised your case, you then need to raise another case requesting Amazon to enable your category listing report. What this is basically the kind of an Amazon version of your flat file, of your feed file for all of your listings. And this is going to allow you to push updates through the Amazon system when you want to move things forward without having to wait for Amazon support. So you go into sellers, into your cases, create a case, products and inventory, and ask them to enable your category listing report. As you can see, it's an Amazon feed or flat file for all your listings, which allows you to push listings edits through without having to wait for Amazon to do it. So now you get into more complicated stuff. So now it depends on what the issue is. So if it's a product policy violation, so you've got a notification saying product policy violation, you need to sanitize your listing. What this means is if your listing has a lot of different stuff and different claims on it, you basically want to take your listing back to clean. And what we mean by that is name of the product, basic bullet points and a basic description so that your listing can come back up. And then once it's up, you start adding your content back. But if Amazon's flagged something and not told you what it is, just remove everything, get the listing back up, and then add your content back quickly as soon as it's back up. If it's an authenticity complaint, so someone said, this product's fake, You need to get your invoices from your supplier. So if you're a private label or you're a brand owner, that's your supplier. If you're a reseller, that's from your manufacturer, your supplier where you bought it from. You need to annotate the invoice, and then you have to upload it onto your account health dashboard. You've got to assume here that the person who's reviewing this is spending 30 seconds and just looking at it. So you need to put a red box around everything you want them to look at and a big arrow and explain what it means. So the goal is always to make it, idiot proof, but make it super easy for someone to look at it and say, okay, this is what I need to look at. Let me fix that now. All right, if it's an IP violation, you'll have received an email with an email address from the IP owner. You have to write them an email and then keep log of that email. Because if they don't respond to you, that's evidence to Amazon for you to say, these guys aren't playing ball, something's not right here, you should reinstate my listing. If it's a product safety issue, then you need a plan of action. So a plan of action is basically admitting the error, what you're doing about it, and what you're going to do going forward. And with Amazon, it's not about being right, it's about making money. So even if it's not really an issue, you still need to just say, okay, I recognize this is what I'm doing about it, this is what we're doing moving forward. Arguing with Amazon, saying this isn't a real issue, is just going to cause more issues. So that's where you need to just suck it up and move forward. Hazmat. So this is another big one. If it does have hazardous ingredients, and you should know that from your supplier, you need to do a SDS sheet, a safety data sheet, and submit it to Amazon. Or if it doesn't, and Amazon's just highlighted you with a random bot, you have to do an SDS exemption sheet. That exemption sheet is in Amazon seller support. So you just need to search, find it, find the one for your category, fill it in, and then submit it to Amazon. So that's the 6 most common things that happen. But what if it doesn't work? So if it doesn't work, Amazon confirms the listing is compliant and it's still suspended, they don't know why. The best thing to do is to delete the listing for 24 hours to reset and upload. This is where we find that we add a lot of value because people don't like doing this, but you can do it yourself. It's super easy. You go in here, you click the dots at the end of your listing, and you delete product and listing. This will not delete your reviews. This is the thing that scares people the most. Your listing is actually, once you've created it, in Amazon's central catalog. It's not on your account. So if you delete this, it's not a problem. It will come back. It's just a bit scary the first time you do it. So you delete it, you wait for 24 hours, and you relist it and upload it, and then it comes back. All right, what if you've done that and you're still having issues? This is when the time investment comes in, and you just need to call Amazon and say, look, I'm calling you up. I've raised the case, which is the first thing we said to do. I've done the upload of the category listing report, which is the second thing you had to do. I've reset the listing and it still doesn't work. Put me through to leadership. Because once you've got that initial case upload number, you've got the upload number from uploading the category listing report, which is the bulk upload number, and you've deleted, relisted, you've done all the stuff they're going to tell you to do. So you've already ticked off the 3 boxes that would have wasted a week of time if you're doing this yourself, if you're waiting for seller support to do this rather than doing this yourself. So you just need to keep calling and say, I've ticked it all off. These are my reference numbers. Can you refresh the listing, please? And once they've refreshed the listing, that's when it should definitely come back. And as you can see, there wasn't a magic pill. We didn't do anything sketchy. We didn't do anything under the table. And if you can tell them exactly how to solve the issue, they can follow your process as opposed to you following their process and wasting weeks about it. So if you want to take a screenshot, here's a breakdown. First, download the listing flat file, the category listing report for your listing. Make edits, clean it up, delete the listing, wait for 24 hours. And if that doesn't work, just call them, and call them again. So in a nice infographic, you download it, you edit the flat file, you delete, relist, and then you call. Is that good? Flipping the process. So what we're doing is we are flipping the process on its head. All right, do you want another? I'm going to assume yes. And what now? You have an unfair bad review. What can you do about it? And we all know who's behind that, don't we? Leaving all these bad reviews. It's Jeff off his yacht. So this is exactly how our agents go about removing bad reviews. So there are 2 ways that a buyer can leave reviews. One It's seller feedback. I might be preaching to the crowd here if you've been selling a while, but you can leave feedback as a further seller, and you can leave product reviews. So if you want to remove seller feedback, here's the process. This is a very simple process. You log into seller support, you go into performance feedback, you find any negative feedback. It needs to be non-compliant, but if you're an FBA seller, like most of us will be here, then anything that isn't related to the seller, so if it's a product related thing or if it's a delivery related thing, which is most negative experiences on Amazon, then you can request removal because it's nothing to do with you as the seller, because Amazon's doing the fulfillment, and the product, even if it's your product, is still technically not you because your seller and your product is separate. You then request removal, and you can request removal if it's product related, shipping related, or anything else that violates Amazon's guidelines. That's what it says under my head is Amazon's guidelines. It's all right, it's gone now. So to remove seller feedback, here's the process. If Amazon refuses to remove this feedback, don't let the case close. That's the most important thing. You then need to transfer it to your assistant or do it yourself and keep that case open, because if Amazon closes it, it takes a long time, a lot longer to get it removed. So if it's a product review, here's the process to remove a product review. Now, here's the pain. This is where it can be a volume game. So this isn't guaranteed, but this is how you do go about getting product reviews removed. So step one, you need to report abuse on the product review. So you go to the review here, you find the report abuse button where it says, was this review helpful to you? And you write a clear response on why the review isn't appropriate. And then you have to stick to Amazon's guidelines. So at the bottom, it's got a link to some of Amazon's guidelines. So is it offensive? Is it not for your product, which I've seen many times? Is it not related to the product at all, like delivery, like many things that can be in violation of Amazon's guidelines? You then click the button that says report as inappropriate. So then step two is you contact seller support. Amazon may or may not remove the review, but you can also go to contact us product reviews and then submit an appeal over here. And for the third one, if you're a brand owner, which I know a lot of people here will be, then you can find the order ID of the person who left the review in your brand dashboard. So this is super cool because you can actually find them, you can view the message, and you can actually contact them. And this is the most powerful way of doing it, but it only works for people who have brand registry and a brand dashboard. Okay, so you've told me, John, how to fix some of the hardest to solve issues in my account, but what if I have a different type of issue? You can reach out to us. So we're always happy to help you if you can. We've only got 15 minutes here, but we've done this like 85, 90,000 times now. I think 85, 90,000 tickets we've done. And if we can't solve it, we know someone who can. We know everyone in the industry. So if you need someone to help you, we can send you their way. As a reminder, this is everything we do. Feel free to take a screenshot. Oh, here's some nice reviews. Go and check us out on Trustpilot. That's where we are. And if you want more, there are two places you might be right now. One, you might like this and you might want even more guides on how to solve stuff. If you want that, head to sellercandy.academy, www.sellercandy.academy. There's a download there to download an ebook. Or if you have an issue right now that you need someone to solve, which I know 1 to 3% of people probably do, just go to sellercandy.com, book a call, and you can jump on a call with one of our experts and we can see if we're a good fit to serve you and solve something for you.
John, I'll be honest with you, in all due respect, and this is why I use you, but this is just such a headache, man. People should use you more because solving
use
all
me
these
and
problems,
abuse me.
Yeah. Guys, in all honesty, jokes aside, I do use Seller Candy. I use John's company. I just don't like going through the headache of like having to solve all these issues. I have enough problems and fires to put out within Share Studio and doing it for my candies, which I sell online for solving all these problems. Just too much of a headache. So the best way, my mentor always told me, the best way to scale your business is to be able to free up more of your time, because that way you'll be able to free it. So if you are right, like if there's at some point I even filed my own tax returns. So this is like 2016. So I had to I read a bunch of books and did a lot of stuff. So I did it. Now, obviously, as time moves forward, you have to grow, and the only way you grow is by delegating and surrounding yourself with better humans around you. Obviously, if you don't have somebody who can be to support full time because it's not within your budget, or someone to hire somebody with such a level of expertise, you got the folks at Stellar Candy that can help you. Hopefully they can help you. If not, they know somebody. And again, life is not just about knowledge, but it's about who you know. And believe me, they know more people than I do, at least in that space. So use them. Yeah, that's it. Like, make smart moves for your business. John, anything that you want to finish up with?
Good question. What would you like to hear about?
What's one case that gives you like still nightmares until this day?
Nightmares. Oh,
Yeah,
sleep
one case
like a baby with all of our team of 40 plus ex-Amazon seller support agents. One of our clients a few years ago, she was in the middle of selling during the aggregator boom.
Okay.
And she had like one SKU. She was selling for $3 million, and she had one SKU that was the majority of her sales.
Mhm.
And it went down like 1 week into the sales process. And this
No.
aggregator had told her, like, it's okay. We've got a team of hundreds of people. We've got 20 people doing this one thing. We'll get it back up for you. We'll buy your business, no problem. It's like 1 week passes, 2 weeks pass, 3 weeks pass, and she comes to us and she goes, I think I'm losing it. I think all my money is going to evaporate, the deal's not going to go through. So luckily we dive in. I think it takes us 10 days because they have like two simultaneous issues. They have like a brand registry issue and compliance issue at the same time, which is why it was so complicated for them. And we got it back up. We got it back up in 10 days. She's selling the business. It goes down again for some other issue. We get it back up again, but she sells her business for $3 million. And we charge her our standard rate. We should have taken a percentage.
Yeah.
But
at least 1% or something.
or something, yeah. No, it's great. It's great that we can help people. But yeah, I mean, it's crazy how much these issues can cost you and you don't realize it.
Yeah, thousands of dollars. Honestly, it costs you a lot of money.
Millions of dollars. And she had a statement like, Stellar Candy saved me millions of dollars. And I was like, that's going on the website.
That would have been a really good what do you call that? Not tutorial. I forgot. Testimonial. Yeah, really good.
On the website. She's speaking on our website. At thesellercandy.com.
Oh, she is?
Testimonials. Yeah.
Okay. That's good. Yeah, no, that's amazing. That's amazing, John. Thank you so much for your time, brother. I really appreciate it. We've been in talks for doing this for a very long time. I hope that everybody got a win-win situation, meaning that you got knowledge and understand how to do it yourself. If not, you found somebody that can help you do it. Just tell John. John hasn't said it, but if you tell John that you're coming from Share Studio, most probably he can give you like a little discount or something there. Hopefully. Let's see. If not, look at John, just like, nah, bro, it's all good. If not, tell us that you went to John so we can track this and we can have John again.
No, we will definitely sort you out.
There you go.
We won't charge you any more anyway.
John's my guy. There you go.